The two-story home features an original 1984 horror classic on a tree-lined street in Hollywood residential area. Freddy Krueger terrorized Nancy Thompson, aka Heather Langenkamp, in her dreams. This house is located at 1428 North Genesee. Now, while it was established that Freddy Krueger was a child murderer, the backstory is that he afflicted with paraphiliac disorder. His having a paraphilia provides depth on the character of Nancy Thompson.
It was a two-story home featured in the original 1984 horror classic, Nightmare on Elm Street. It's on a tree-lined street. You can see all the trees. In a Hollywood residential neighborhood. Freddy Krueger terrorized Nancy Thompson, Heather Langdon, in her dreams. This is the house from the 1984 Nightmare on Elm Street.
A Nightmare on Elm Street is a 1984 American supernatural slasher film written and directed by Wes Craven and produced by Robert Shy. The budget was $1.1 million and it was released on November 9th, 1984. The production company was New Line Cinema and Media Home Entertainment and Smart Egg. A Nightmare on Elm Street was written and directed by Wes Craven and titled A Nightmare on Elm Street was released in 1984. The story focuses on Freddy Krueger, Robert Englund attacking Nancy Thompson, Heather Langenkamp, and her friends in their dreams, successfully killing all but Nancy in fictional Springwood, Ohio.
Make sure you stay sleeping. Freddy's sleeping right now. Just spoke with the homeowner and he told me personally that Freddy Krueger is sleeping. So he allowed me to actually be inside the yard a little bit.
Now, Johnny Depp made his feature film debut in Nightmare on Elm Street. It was his first role in 1984 horror film Nightmare on Elm Street. He worked on a number of other projects before landing his breakout role in the Fox television series 21 Jump Street, where he was reportedly paid as much as $45,000 per episode. The basis of the film was inspired by several newspaper articles printed in the Los Angeles Times in the 1970s and among refugees who, after fleeing to the United States because of war and genocide in Laos, Cambodia, and Vietnam, suffered disturbing nightmares and refused to sleep.
Located between Sunset Boulevard and DeLong Prairie.
The way Freddy Krueger got burned, according to the original film, was because someone didn't sign the search warrant in the appropriate place. The parents of the children tracked him down and found him in the boiler room where he took his victims. The parents poured gas into the room and set him on fire, which caused his melted-like facial features. In Wes Craven's classic slasher film, several Midwestern teenagers fall prey to Freddy Krueger. Robert Englund, a disfigured midnight mangler who preys on the teenagers in their dreams, which in turn kills them in reality. After investigating the phenomenon, Nancy Heather Langenkamp begins to suspect that a dark secret kept by her and the other friends' parents may be the key to unraveling the mystery, but can Nancy and her boyfriend Glenn, Johnny Depp, solve the puzzle before it's too late? It was released on November 16th of 1984, directed by Wes Craven. Music was by Charles Bernstein. The box office was $57 million and produced by Robert Schei. Production companies was New Line Cinema, Media, Home Entertainment, Smart Egg Pictures. In total, there are 9 Nightmare on Elm Street films, as well as television series, novels, and comic books. The Nightmare on Elm Street franchise focuses on Freddy Krueger, the ghost of a former child killer who was burned to death by the parents of his victims. Nightmare on Elm Street is the most popular horror movie franchise to date. The first film in the series debuted in 1984 with a remake of the original coming out in 2010. A Nightmare on Elm Street is a 2010 American slasher film directed by Samuel Behr and was written by Wesley Strick and Eric Heiser, produced by Michael Bay and Platinum Dunes. It is a remake of Wes Craven's 1984 film of the same name, Nightmare on Elm Street. It says, don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell for all the latest film locations, celebrity home tours, and more on Hollywood happenings at the Hollywood Hour. Subscribe now.